What's up everybody, welcome back to another video by TrunkFreshGreen34, and today we're going to be doing a review on Mallory Karhut from the Lights Out episode of Cars on the Road, which I believe was episode 2, because I think it went like Dino Park, Lights Out, and then Salt Fever, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this episode is probably a contender for my least favorite episode, for one simple but big reason, and that is the introduction of ghost cars to the Cars universe. So, I've kind of alluded to this in previous reviews about how Cars on the Road just felt way too gimmicky and childish for me, and the Lights Out episode, and honestly even the Dino Park episode, I think having both of those back to back definitely didn't help, but those two episodes kind of sum up exactly what I'm talking about, because it's like car dinosaurs and car ghosts, like it doesn't really work within the established logic of the Cars universe, and it just feels so out there, so out of place. And even in the actual like context of the Lights Out episode, it's you can almost write off the ghosts as being a part of McQueen's dream, because McQueen, he's like it looks like McQueen's having a nightmare and he sees all these ghosts, and then he wakes up in the room in the morning, and then as McQueen and Mater leave, though, we see two more ghosts, implying that they were real. So, I don't really understand the logic of it. I guess McQueen's weird trip through the hotel with like the antifreeze chasing him, and Wrathrod or Wraithrod or whatever chasing him, like apparently all of that happened, which just doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. It's kind of like Mater's Tall Tales, where you can kind of say maybe it happened, but like it probably didn't, or at least that's kind of how I'm choosing to view it. That was a very long rant, but I kind of wanted to talk about that just because I think it's interesting, to say the least, what they decided to do with some of the Cars on the Road episodes. But bringing it back to Mallory herself, this was released. I don't remember what case it was. I want to say J, but I don't think that's right. I'll put the actual answer in the description. And I did get this one online, though. I've not found Mallory or her case in a store. One thing I will give them some props for is the artwork. I do think the artwork is kind of fun, how it's like actually the floating ghost. I don't know, that's kind of cool, I guess. But of course, it's from Cars on the Road, so it's got that cartoony desert background with the new for 2023 TV logo. And then on the back, it shows other cars, Road Rumbler Mater and Mato, which are out and I've reviewed. Mateo and Griswold, I'll be reviewing Griswold in the future. And then two dinosaurs, we have the Westphalanopus and the Quadratorcosar. So yeah, with that all out of the way, let's get Mallory opened up. I'm gonna be honest, Mallory actually looks a lot better out of the package than she does in the package. I was not a fan of the ghost effect when I first saw it, because Mattel has also done another ghost in the Cars line as a color changer, being Diana Geardado. And the way they did it on the color changer was actually super cool, because it's like, since it's plastic, they can do this like almost translucent effect that definitely gives it a more ghostly look, and the actual color itself goes from the ghostly green to black, which was presumably her original color before she, became a ghost. Mallory, though, it's just like they completely spray painted green. However, the actual green that they're using doesn't look that bad. Like I said, it definitely looks worse in the blister, but I don't know. I think it's kind of growing on me. I still wish they had done something to make the ghosts a little different, like maybe made them glow somehow, I don't know. But honestly, this isn't as bad as I thought. Now, like I said, she is all green. Literally every element of her has been spray painted green, from the rims to the windows. Even her license plate is green, but yeah, it's not like completely green. Like I think you can still see the numbers, which I can't read what they are, but you can see that there are numbers present. Yeah, she's just completely green, and she's got like a completely matte finish as well. Like you can like feel it as you like rub your finger over it. Very interesting. Now, her model is kind of like the like Duke Coulter's and River Scott model, although I think it's definitely been modified a bit. It's just the back portion I think is definitely the most similar, especially this here, with the like bolted trunk, the bolts going around it, and then the two like little, not semicircles, but like little, I don't know what shape this is, but it's the same shape that like River Scott has on the back of his windows. So it's definitely like a similar model to that. So there's hair on her. Gross. But yeah, like I said, it has been slightly modified. One thing that's interesting though is you can actually see she's got a dent there, which I do believe is present on like one of the cars that have this model, I think. This is like a shameless reuse, I guess. I'm not sure. She has like a very like happy expression despite the fact that she's a ghost. Maybe she's just excited to play tricks on McQueen, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't know, she looks pretty happy. I will say the way the eyebrows are done, it's kind of dynamic looking, so I do like that. I like the grill as well. It's a very kind of unique looking grill. And the lights. She's got a big one and then a small one. Very well done. This definitely has the advantage of looking like a better Thailand release simply because there's no decals on it. So that's interesting. Yeah. And then there's the front bumper, which has it's kind of like two bumpers stacked on top of each other. Interesting. And then here you have her rims, which are very like weirdly detailed. Like you can see like the little outer treads and obviously the inner bolts there. Interesting. I keep saying interesting a lot. That's just like my go-to word. I think a lot of things are interesting. And there's her back bumper. And like I said, I have no idea what the license plate says. Let me try and read it. Yeah, it looks like K0829N, I think. I don't know. Presumably that doesn't have any significance, but honestly, I'm not sure. And then even her base is like completely green, which is good because I think it would have looked very weird if it wasn't. Made in Thailand, of course. But yeah, I will say overall, this isn't a terrible release. Like, now that I've opened it, I'm kind of coming around to it, and I'm kind of open to the idea of them doing more ghosts in the future. But, I don't know. I still think the concept as a whole is just way too gimmicky for me. I don't really like it. But, I don't know. Yeah, you kind of just have to, like, headcanon it a little bit. Like, oh, there's ghosts in the Cars universe now. But oh, maybe it was just all a dream, so it doesn't matter. And then you can kind of enjoy the stuff more. That's just kind of my take on it. But in terms of the diecast itself, I think it was actually made pretty well. Like I said, I think the way they do it with Diana Geardado is a lot cooler, but obviously she has the advantage of being plastic and a color changer. So they can kind of get a little bit more creative with her, whereas Mallory is a diecast. But I do think this does work. So yeah, that's basically it for the review. There's not too much else I have to say about her. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Mallory as well as the Lights Out episode as a whole. It is October now. We are in spooky season officially. So I don't know. It seems kind of fitting that I'm reviewing Mallory the Ghost this month. Too bad there's no other like Halloween cars coming out right now. I guess Randy's out right now, so if I get a Randy, I'll try and review him this month, but no promises. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.